We seem to be Gucci. I'm really proud of the fact that I am here. I'm doing this right now. Alrighty. So where's this gonna put us? At the beginning of the cafeteria scene? Let's see. No, at the beginning of the day? Yes, okay, that works. This is the day before Hiruko's supposed to tell us what's going on.
Time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 8th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day. Be ready to give your life.
No, I find it interesting that we do not have to go to the cafeteria. We just go, and it's because there's supposed to be a fight today, I guess. That makes sense. No freaking way. Give me one good reason we should agree to this. Although I find it interesting that if that's the case, then why aren't we doing this in the... Well, I mean, we need breakfast, especially to fight on, I would imagine. But, I do kind of wonder why we're not doing this in the, war room a little bit anyway. I keep telling you, we need every extra bit of firepower we can get. The argument began in the cafeteria that morning after breakfast. Stereo and Nigo were nowhere to be seen. Interesting. That's interesting. Where are they going? I think that they went somewhere because of what Hiruko said. To do something. To maybe prevent something. Just spitballing. But yeah, I'm loving this plot. Because in most time travel plots, the main character is the only one that knows shit about, like, the different timelines. At least for most of it. Like, I'm mostly thinking about, what was that anime called? And the game, too. Steins Gate. I really do want to play those VNs on stream, by the way. Maybe even watch the anime on stream, except that's asking for copyright bullshit, so probably not actually. Anyway, Kira and Nigo were nowhere to be seen. Apparently they were shut up in the war room, nailing down the strategy for the battle today. Okay. Releasing Ato, huh? Is that going too far? Wait, really? Why the actual shit would they do that? That's just asking for trouble. What? But, of course he's going to be a threat as long as he's alive. That's the dilemma of this. If we kill him, everyone mistrusts the shit out of us. If we leave him alive, he's a ticking fucking time bomb. You guys are new around here, so I don't think you realize just how much Outsuki despises humanity. You understand if you heard it from him yourself. Actually, we spoke to him already. We all went to talk to him in his cage earlier this morning. It was our first time meeting Sir Ato. Until now, we'd only heard about him. What can I say? We were curious about what kind of guy he really was. Yeah, so what happened? Well, he did say we looked like hideous monsters. Seriously, there's no way to speak to a lady. That's no way to speak to a lady. Back in my federation, I was considered one of the more attractive wrestlers because I'm a woman. She forgot to put that point in there. Although, granted, there are other female wrestlers probably, but yeah. I still have all my own teeth and everything. He also spoke passionately of his disdain for the evil lurking in the hearts of mankind. And he said humanity deserved to be totally wiped out. How can you even think about working with someone like that? Because he also said he wanted to fight alongside us. Say what?
It's true. I find you all absolutely repulsive. But that doesn't change the fact that you're the only friends I've got.
That sounds like, to me, a classic Ato manipulation. He's really good at manipulating y'all. I think Hiruko knows that they're gonna let him go. But then, why did she not put her foot down about that? Wait. She said something before about... It was in the first route. She said something before about making sure all of you survive. Including Ato. But she's gotta know what he's like. Right? She's gotta know he ends up killing a bunch of us. including herself, right? Unless she doesn't, and I wonder why she wouldn't.
I want all of us to survive more than I want to destroy humanity. So please, allow me on the battlefield
No!
again.
There's no fucking way he does. He's really just worming his way back into being able to kill us. No, there's no fucking way he's not lying about that. Y'all just took the bait. Ripperoni us. Like, I figured this would happen because he was really good at manipulating us. That's like most of his character. He's really good at acting like he's all buddy-buddy and also manipulating people in various ways. And you believed him? Thank you, Darby. Darby's saying a sane thing. What the fuck? What is this timeline? I'm sure I'll be saying that a lot. Because they're going to make them all very different and interesting and weird and in some way. And the explanation for that is going to be, oh, well, you know, the more things change, the more things will change, basically. The butterfly effect thing. And, you know, it's just another reason for more insanity, which, you know, is very par for the course for these writers. I don't know if I like it that much, but I'm going to like what certain things that it brings. Surely. Like, honestly, I kind of like... For example, again, Darumi saying something like this. Wouldn't expect it. I love this music, by the way. That's all it took to get you on his side? Yeah, seriously. Not exactly, but it doesn't seem right to keep him locked up like that. Y'all do not know the shit he does. And we didn't tell them, because we didn't tell them about the time travel. And that's... But Hiruko said it was probably a good thing that I did that. I wonder if she's seen the result of that, and she likes it better for some reason than the result of me telling them that I time travel. Or... We'll see. Not exactly... Oh, yeah, I already read that. He never actually committed any serious crimes, right? No, of course he did. He tried to destroy Sire. Tried and failed. He also killed his parents, but we don't know about that either. But that was also glossed over in the original Route, which I don't like, but... You can bet he would have if he could have. If Takumi hadn't stopped him, he'd have succeeded. Besides, attempted murder's still a crime. Is it really murder in this case, or more like destruction of property? Either way, the punishment feels a little harsh. Well, yeah, because... We don't know if Siri is actually alive. We're pretty sure they're robots in this Route. I didn't think they were before. I think there was some sort of, like, living being that was created, like the invaders seem to be biological things, right? But, like, Hiroko brought her foot down on one of them and it cracked like a robot and like, sparked like a robot. So I guess they're robots. But we thought that they were, like, some sort of biological thing. Huh. It'd be a different story if he'd say, did you watch the videos I DM'd you of Momio kicking out? Yes, I did. Oh my god, I love her. I'm definitely gonna watch that whole anime. That's exactly what he did, and without any of us ever knowing until it was too late. It's just that no one here knows that. Not the new guys are the ones who started out here, because you decided not to tell them, which... There's going to be repercussions for that are negative, surely. I'm starting to see where a lot of this is going to pan out. You know, in a broad way. Not definitely the specifics, but, yeah. The fact that they're even thinking about giving him another chance shows they have no idea what he's really capable of. If they'd experienced what I have, if they'd seen what he did, I was seriously considering telling everyone the whole fucking truth. Before I could, I'll kill him. Oh, hello here. I love her. When Hiroko said that, everyone turned to look at her. If you let Eito out... Yeah, okay, of course. Of fucking course, because she's seen it. She's also been time traveling. I will kill him, and then I'll kill myself. Whoa. The air in the room immediately got a lot more tense. I heard someone gulp, and it echoed like a gunshot in the silence. You're not being serious. Is she ever not serious? The answer is no. Dead serious. If Eito is allowed to go free. Have you seen Sora no Otoshimono? No, Otoshimono. Nope. And you're just this encyclopedia of obscure animes and Japanese games. Like, jeez. I thought I knew about a lot of obscure shit, especially games, but I don't think so anymore. Also known as Heaven's Lost Property. Oh, I think that name rings a bell, the English name, but I don't think I've seen it. I definitely heard of Heaven's Lost Property, though. I think. Let me look that up. Okay. 2009 drama anime. Okay. Character designs look very moe for me, but I'm interested. Girl crazy Tomoki's quiet life gets turned upside down. Beautiful winged Icaros. Okay, so angel girl romance thing, I guess. Or like one of those... It seems like one of those harem setups to me, but I'm interested a little bit. Not as interested as I am in that other show, though. Did you look up Icaros and Astrea? Did you tell me about those? I don't know. Okay. Icaros. Hello, ma'am. Yes, I like you. Very cute. So on the cute side that I'm slightly meh, but she is very beautiful, though. And also booblet. And red hair, and, you know. And also the angel thing, also I like for some reason, the wings and stuff. She looks like sad all the time, which I don't know about that. Sad or like almost just nothing, like emotionless, but... And that's sort of cute, but not exactly my thing, but I like her. Let's see here, though. Astrea. I would say that, like, my number one type of, like, personality is, like, Momoyo from that last anime you showed me. Like, that's my shit right there. Anyway, Hello, man. I like her even better. Because I like her, like, she's got, like, the spunky tomboy thing going on. Feels just, like, that's the vibe I get from, like, her stuff. Or just, like, at least, like, cheery and, like, badass. And holy boobs, Batman. Anyway. Also, a lot of her outfits like to show midriff, and I like that. Anyway. Anything. If Eito's allowed to go free, then it's all over for us. We'd be better off resetting the whole thing. Yeah, she's just blatantly being like, this is time, like, I can time travel. She doesn't care. Either that or she let it slip because of her emotional state, but my point is, we don't gain anything by freeing Eito. Quite the contrary. We'll actually lose at least one member of the team. Because you'll kill yourself if we let him out. No one dared to say, oh, well, I think that she means that if she doesn't do that... I wonder why herself. And I think it's because she knows that in other timelines there will be better outcomes, or... Actually, yeah, why that? I think it's just a threat to, like, really, like, not, like, make them not do it. We'll see. It was exuding an ice-cold pressure that cowed us into silence. Of course, it's because they know her better than they know him, and they trust her way more than they do him. I think that's her point here. Of course, it's not my decision to make. We should really leave this to the captain. Now, yeah, you haven't said anything in a while, Takumi.
Huh?
Is something the matter? And just like that, everyone's eyes were on me. I wasn't about to get intimidated, though. Even if Hiruko hadn't spoken up, my mind was already made up a long time ago. This isn't a choice, is it? The answer is no. Well, yeah, I didn't fucking think so. Because this is just, it's way too dangerous. They don't know that, but we know that. The answer is no. We're not letting Eito out. You can all say what you want, but I won't allow it. Not now, not ever. Members of the team started out here all looked relieved when they heard me say that. Interesting. The ones who came from the other academy looked a little disappointed, but didn't argue, because they... Huh. Interesting. Well, they saw more of Eito's insanity, I guess is what the point is. The people that from here. Even though they don't know what he did in the other timeline. Well, if you feel that strongly about it, I guess that's that. I'm so bored. Bored. How long are they gonna make us wait? Oh. Did you say gourd at one point? Wait, did she? She did. Second to last, that's funny. I didn't catch that. It would be night soon. I feel like Darumi would be the one to say that and then say gourd, actually. Is she becoming Darumi? Because Darumi keeps saying shit is boring. And also, she definitely would do that. So, is Kurara becoming Darumi now? It's funny. I got a suggestion specifically for you if you decide to watch Seikon no Quasar. Seikon no Quasar. I don't remember. You probably did. I think I remember the name. I don't remember what we talked about regarding it. Let me just look it up again because I don't remember much about it right now. I remember us talking about that, but I really only remember the name. Quasar. Oh, is that the one with No, that's not the one you showed me earlier, is it? Was the one with two girls okay, yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. Very interested, but what is data? Because, yeah, I think I am gonna watch it, because, holy shit. It will be night soon. Jeez, aren't they ever gonna get here? For real, I'm starting to get sleepy. Don't be so harsh, guys. I'm sure the enemy has a good reason for taking so long. I find it interesting. Maybe this timeline is different enough from the one that Hiruko remembers in some small way that... We'll see. Perhaps they missed their train and had to wait for the next one. I don't think trains are operational anymore, ma'am. Or, sir. Apparently Nigo is a male, and I don't believe that, but no one seems to question that. How about we do that to kill some time? I'm guessing what she means is have a killing game. But what you're probably supposed to think is sex. That's where my brain jumped to, because that's normally what people mean by that in an anime. But anyway. Do what? Of course. Of course. I knew it.
Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Unauthorized personnel detected on school grounds. Defense mode initiated. All available troops prepare for battle immediately.
There we go. I wonder if their delay is a canonical change that will make this go differently than Hiruko remembers. We'll see. Sorry, Darumi. Looks like the killing game will have to wait. But hey, we get to kill other things. And you like that, I know that. Seikon no Quasar 2 isn't as funny, and ends on a huge cliffhanger, whereas Seikon no Quasar is better wrapped up. Okay. Have you looked up the premise? I have not, no. I guess I could do that really quick. I bet if I literally just search the title and then just go back to all... story revolves around quasars, individuals who gain power by consuming soma, a vital energy found in women's breasts. Of course. Of course that's an anime you like. Anyway. I'm interested enough because of the characters, but of course it's boobs. Of course the plot revolves around boobs. That seems very you. Well, that stinks. I just have to kill a bunch of invaders until I feel better. Well, yeah, there you go. So, Siri, what do we do? Weren't you and Nigo supposed to be nailing down a strategy all this time? What were they actually doing? That's interesting. Were they trying to contact the satellite? What? Oh, sure, we nailed one down all right. Nailed it good. Yes, indeed. We could have started a carpentry business with the amount of nailing we did. Right, what is it? Yeah, what's the plan? It's... What else could it be? Kill them. To let Sumino figure... What were they actually doing? It's your big strategy? Our school likes to encourage independent thinking and student autonomy. This school sucks. You've got to learn the things for yourself sometimes. Although I do agree with that premise, and I think schools should do that more. Because I was actually, like, I had to really work through a lot of emotional baggage from when I was in school, and I learned differently, and my teachers treated me as if I was both stupid and that I didn't care, which neither were true. Until at some point I believed it, and then started really acting like I didn't care. That was fun. Yay. Anyway, we've got to learn things for yourself sometimes. The best teacher is first-hand experience, after all. You didn't just think of anything yourselves, did you? You didn't think of anything yourselves, did you? I guess they were trying to, okay. My dear boy, we thought of plenty. Yeah, we even had a plan that involved stealing the Supreme Commander's painting. You three, this is no time to stand around running your mouths. I love Hiruko taking charge over the people that are actually supposed to be in charge so easily. It's great. She's quite right. She's always right. Get it together, Sumino. Aside, there's no use arguing with him now. Is everybody ready? I'm just glad this route has way more Hiruko in it. Even if she dies again, she definitely dies way later. And there's definitely more Hiruko content here. Let's do this. Special Defense Unit, move out. I forget, do you know the premise of Sekirei? Let me make sure. Sekirei was that one you were just talking about, right? Or was it something else? You've mentioned so many animes and I'm horrible with names, so I'm getting confused. No, that's not the one you were just talking about. That was Heaven's Lost Prophet. Yeah, I forget what Sekirei is too, because unless it's that one where they're like, it's a school where they're playing a game where like a sport that revolves around like knocking people into water with their boobs or something, and their butts, I think. Unless, like, which is exactly why I said, of course it revolves around boobs. No, that's Keijo, yeah. Yeah, I forget what Sekirei is, because you've mentioned so many animes, and I'm horrible. I'm horrible with names until I have watched or played, like, a lot of whatever the thing is. And I mean that by both the name of the thing itself and the name of the characters in it, and other things in it. But yeah. Why do they have to show you all the people coming in? We know who's here. Like, I don't get it. Anyway.
Let's freaking go!
I could start off by giving him an attack
Full throttle.
potion, but I have a really bad habit of using the shit out of these early and never having any to really kill some critical enemies later in the fight. So I think I'll actually start off. I could even just use 2 AP to kill that one. But what I will do is definitely have Gaku clear some of the fodder here. And also work on the commander a little. But since the commander's over here... No, yeah, we should definitely just be working on this side. You know what, yeah, I'll just do that unless I realize it's a horrible idea for some reason, for example, for some reason the other,
I'll take care of this.
ones are... Question, can I give her... Yeah, wait, hold on, I can cure her fatigue and then have her, I can heal her fatigue and then have her put a turret on the other side. And then that way both of these will be shooting the boss, surely, I think. Yeah. So that'll be nice. Or at least they could probably. They'll both have a chance of doing so. So, can he go all the way over here to attack the boss? No, but he can kill that one off.
Knocked it out of the park.
It's been a long-ass time since I've seen the anime, but 108 people are basically forced into a battle royale. I've seen people refer to it as Pokemon with the boobs, except the characters aren't animals, but the protagonist has a habit of collecting women to his harem, and a lot of them have elemental power. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Yeah, okay. Harem stuff also sounds very like you. That's great, and I honestly might be into that, but it's a little misogynistic. I don't know. When women, I don't know. Like, it's hard to... I have a weird preferences with this stuff. It just feels a little bit weird to watch something like that to me, but I still might like it. If it seems a little bit like women are objects to me, like really that plot, but, you know. Or women are to be used is what that plot feels like it signifies to me, which I just don't like that messaging, even though I'm a dude. Like, I really don't. Anyway. Especially because I just want to be used by women, so, you know. Anyway, no, I really think part of it is the fact that I'm a sub-ass motherfucker, but, no, a lot of it is just I don't like anyone being thought of that way, and women tend to be thought of that way, and it sucks. But anyway. And I have friends that are women that have dealt with that shit and fuck that shit, basically. And also, like, I've been with girls who have told me about shit like that. Yeah, no, it sucks. Anyway.
I'll show you what's up.
And yes, I've been with women. I know that's probably very hard to believe, but I had two very, like, short-lived relationships. But, yeah. With women, than one with a guy. But anyway.
Let me handle it. That's what I'm talking about.
Let's see, I mean by collecting, they mean they all grow to level. Okay, that sounds better than what I've assumed from the original way you put it. It's more nuanced than that. That's good, but that's sort of an explanation I can get. I'm interested. It seems interesting, and I do like women a lot. So yeah, and I do like the idea that they all have powers and they all like fight for it.
Let's give it to him.
Because, yeah, it makes sense. If it's that many, and they all have elemental powers, then, yeah, Pokemon with boobs sounds about right. It's gotta be an inspiration, or at least that sort of media's gotta be an inspiration. Okay, after one more, I'm pretty sure that it will trigger full voltage, which means I'll probably have a bunch, like, I might even be able to just kill it first freaking turn, except there might be more than one commander? Hold on. I haven't looked. That would be something this game would do, wouldn't it? Yes, there is more than one. Okay. Which means I want to do that over here. I really needed to look. Okay, there's actually 3, but there isn't a 4th. But at least I don't have to deal with one side, but I should really be spreading my resources out. But yeah, no, there isn't one over here. What I could do is definitely use her to help these people out. Because Tsubasa's range is redonkulous. She's so broken. I love her. But yeah, I'll just not worry about one side and then probably try to, like, at least have him, with all of his range, go over here and help them out once this one's dead.
I'll show you what's up.
Will this do 6 or what? Yes, it will.
I'll hit you with all I got.
In fact, that might be what I do.
You can handle the rest.
It didn't give... Oh, wait. It's not dead. What happened? Oh! It's those ones you have to all kill at once. Right. You know what? I'm gonna redo Wave, because... Okay, it's those bosses again. That makes sense. They come straight here. This time. Or like earlier, not in the middle of the night. But I remember it. We've fought these before, and there were 2 of them to start with. Now there's 3 of them. For the whole fight instead of the last bit. Because, you know, later in the game, basically, mechanically, gameplay-wise, even though it restarted, God, this game is nuts. I love it.
Let's do this.
Does the game keep getting harder every route you do? I feel like it might. I'm a little scared about what the last route's gonna look like, though. But I'm definitely not gonna do every single route, at least not even close to soon. I'll probably watch more of the routes than I finish myself, just from YouTubers and Twitch people. Because there's various YouTubers, especially Nico B and Crystal, that I would really love to see. In fact, I've watched parts of their Route 1 Let's Plays already, and I'll be chipping at them. At least, you know, if they're going down routes that either I haven't played, either I've played it before, or I really don't think I'm going to be interested in that route. Just from, like, the initial stuff, or, like, what I know about the flowchart, because I've honestly spoiled myself a lot on the flowchart. I'm not going to waste time doing routes I don't want to do, because I really want to get to other games, to be honest. Now that I realize how huge this game is, I realize I don't want to finish this yet. This is going to be a huge thing. To the point that, like, I kind of feel like I want to do this route, and then Valkyria Chronicles. But heads up, I'm going to be playing a lot of DBD starting tomorrow. Because you're probably aware, but the new stuff in DBD comes out, and you know I'm huge on that game, so yeah. But I'm still probably going to hopefully get some Valkyria in there as like a break. Or maybe when you pop in, I'll just go ahead and play some Valkyria or something. So, I'm probably not like the third girl that joins this harem. Since she looks like a kid, but the anime at least doesn't take... Okay, that's good. But yeah, that is a bit weird to me, especially because it's a harem anime, but eh. I still don't know anything about this game's battle system. It's really fun and interesting, and it is very different. So I'm not really surprised that you've watched me play a good chunk of this and don't really get how it works, because it's an odd system, but I love it. It's really fun. Right, I really need to spread it out. I'm not doing that again. I really need to be utilizing her and Kiyoshika in order to do some big boy damage to these fuckers. In fact, I'm gonna... You know what? Okay. I'm gonna redo this wave again, because I almost guarantee you that if I don't spread this shit out really, really efficiently, they're not gonna let me finish this wave out. So, yeah, I've got to get... I've just, like, fuck the bottom right now and try to evenly spread them out. And do, like, equal damage to all three of the bosses. And small fries getting to the generators don't matter for a while. But on this side, I can use Shoma to just prevent damage. Maybe that's why Shoma is... I think I saw him pop up on the bottom. I can just use Shoma to soak up the damage instead of the generator down here. So that I definitely don't... Okay, no, he's not on this side. But I should probably utilize him on this side just to make sure this generator doesn't take a whole lot. But we'll see. I might just decide to just do damage and see what happens. But I'll do the easy stuff first, which means give her some attack potion. Oh yeah, also I could use Daku to beef up, like, Takemaru instead of just shooting. That might be better. Why can't I do cranial fracture on it? She just can't move enough. Okay. Like, just barely. But I think I can reach it with intestinal laceration. Yeah, there we go.
Take this.
I'm pretty sure if I... Yeah, now I can do cranial. Oh, hello, ma'am. God, Jesus, she's good. She's very strong. It really makes a lot of sense that they do not let you use her for a lot of the beginning of the game because they kill her. But then, later in the game, when it's another timeline and she's resurrected, that's when they let you use her broken ass because it's harder content. So that makes a lot of sense, honestly. And then I can just, like, have maybe Hako just kill it. Or I could have her do it, but this way... There's at least one we don't have to worry about, but again, I think I should really be spreading it. Wait, is that the one we have to kill? No. Wait, we've got to kill them all at the same, so I don't think I should be doing that. I think I should really be spreading the damage out, but I got excited about being able to kill it so quickly. But we only have 3 left. I think I might want to restart this again, to be honest. Because I know you have to kill all 3 of these bitches at once. Okay. I've really just got to... This is the only thing that worked even in the first iteration of this, and this is a harder iteration of it. Where you have to whittle them down in one turn, and then kill them in the next turn. That's what you have to do. That's the only thing that worked before. So I've got to do that. So I'm going to start with, okay, how much AP do we have? I'm actually going to, like, spread it out, divide it. So we've got 6 AP, which means 2 AP. I'm going to use 2 AP for all 3 sides that have these bitches. And I'm hopefully going to just kill them all in one turn doing that. And that'll take probably 2 or 3 turns. So what I'm going to do for this side, since I'm using specifically 2 AP for this, is I'm going to have him buff Takimaru, and then I have Takimaru attack the boss.
Let him have it!
Thanks. Rev it up!
This does more damage, right? Yes. Ooh, put him up does the most damage. Okay, that's 2 for this side. And we've just got to do that until we can kill them all in one turn. I don't think we can buff Hiruko, but let's see. Does he have a buff?
Oh, good.
Or does he... Oh, I could debuff the boss, though. Push enemies back. I don't want that. Light plus 2. I'm not sure what that does, except I think what that does is that makes him faster? I'm not sure. I need to look up what flight does, because I still do not know what flight plus 2 means, except I know most of the other mechanics by now. Okay, so yeah, I don't think... It makes sense that a lot of his stuff pushes back enemies, because that would make them farther back from Kako, who should be way back. That makes so much sense, character-wise. Anyway, but yeah, what I will do... Question. Does agility...
Get started.
Yeah, agility gives move plus 3, so
I'll put
this way,
Now then.
I can make sure she can do Cranial Fracture Max on it immediately, and then I'll just do that twice, and then move on to the third
Out
side
of my way.
that has one of these.
All right. I'll chop you to pieces.
Now. Okay, that's... God, okay, I've got to be careful with that, because... I mean, Takimaru just isn't near as broken as her, or her,
Leave it to me.
who guess who I'm going to be using for this commander. No, there isn't one down here. That's sad. Or else, that would be probably too easy, maybe. Okay, that one's the one I did. The top one, I think, is the one I need. No, it's the one on this side. The one on the Shoma side, yeah. Which means, I think yeah, his damage is pretty broken. Hers can be pretty broken, especially when you use her fatigue stuff. Let's see. Attack 2, attack 0, attack 1.
Let's get to the kill.
Actually, wait, no. Moko. Moko's gotta have some good damage, right? No, but she's a good tank. And I can at least give her maybe an attack booster. Also, do either of these have, like... Yeah, no, he doesn't have buffs. He has the debuff, though. And he has that combo that gives his Sacrificial Viper 3 damage. But I don't know if these guys have, like, immunity to... Yeah, they're immune to stun, but they are not immune to bleed.
Time for me to move.
So... Yeah, I'll just do this over here, but with giving him an attack potion.
This'll do. Let's get to the killing. I can't wait.
And then that's my turn.
This may hurt.
Yeah, that works very well. By the way, guess how I found out the anime Momio is from? Rule 34? From Dojins. I was close, yeah. Okay, no. Dojin's on Rule 34, even. Dojin pages on Rule 34. Makes sense. Oh, Dojins.com. That makes sense that that site exists. I don't know about that site yet. Thank you for letting me know about that site. Because I definitely want to look for some more Dojins that are up my alley, because a lot of the stuff that's like... I've found some Dojins that are like, holy shit, this is my shit. But a lot of them were not made into animes, because it's more of a niche set of fetishes that I have. I'm aware of that. So, yeah, I definitely need to look for some more. But anyway.
I guess I'm up.
Okay. Hiruko will definitely be able to kill it. In fact, she probably will be able to kill it in one turn. And then I would have 3 turns to worry about this one over here. And I'm hoping I'll be able to do that, especially with, hopefully, voltage, at least for one of those.
My turn.
I don't know about that, though, at 76. Maybe, though. Especially because we're attacking the big boys. Because that will give us more voltage than not. Especially because we're gonna... Okay. What? How much voltage will this do here? 88. I think, yeah, within 3 I'll probably... I'm pretty sure the last one will be. I'll be able to do an all-out attack, and that's probably what I'm gonna have to do to kill that thing. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. But I'll definitely buff him again. Also, it earns a large amount of voltage. So this, okay, yeah. I will definitely, okay. And then, yeah, put him up again. And then...
Full throttle.
Beautiful.
Eat my dust.
The doujin that I originally found the anime from isn't on the site anymore. Ripperoni. It makes sense that doujin authors would want to take their stuff down from those sites, though. Because, you know, they probably want to sell their mangas, I would imagine.
This is easier than taking a splash in an inflatable bounce house. Don't let your guard down yet. Look over there.
Yep, and it becomes Big Boy. Why is Takumi looking surprised? We've seen this before. As in, Takumi has. I love that we can hear them now. That's such a cool thing.
Creatures are an affront to God and his teachings. When you stop at nothing to defile this fair planet, you before this infection spreads.
Who the fuck is that? I feel like it's an alternate version of Takumi. Or maybe Hiruko. Because timey-wimey shit.
It's Hoodie.
They're back again. Ignore them. We got invaders to kill.
Focus on the commander. On Pakron. We can deal with the other one later.
I love her voice actress and she needs to voice more things.
2 arms!
Oh, you're on Hiruko's side. You're fucked. Brokuko. That's what I'm gonna call her now, because Jesus Christ. Although I feel like Tsubasa might be more broken, but that's really just because she makes more broken people even more broken. And also because she can move so many times. But she couldn't get all the way over to Hiruko right now. But I want to try. No, she could get over if I cured her fatigue, which I can do by literally just... Oh my god. She's so fucking broken. My motherfucking god. Actually, wait. Going the other direction might be better, except... Probably... Well, maybe and maybe not, because... It depends. It's probably going to be about the same distance. I'm just going to start going this way like I expected. Especially because, like, there's that in the way. Like, in all of us. We're a big obstacle in the way of her getting there, so... This is probably a shorter path to accelerating Hiruko if possible. I just want to see. Because, like, if I can do that... Wait, no. Well... No, okay, this way she can accelerate everyone else and Hiruko. Which is really going to help. Yeah, so...
Ready when you are.
Yes, she can already reach her. Oh my god, that's absolutely nuts. Okay. Either way.
Now then, to business. Time for battle. Right here. Time to move. Take this.
Yeah, she didn't immediately attack her. That's surprising to me.
I'll do my best. Try and dodge this. Alright, let's get started. Out of my way! Now then, to business.
Yeah, I'll just do this for now. Like, honestly, yeah.
Chop you to pieces. Time to move. How's this?
Yeah, because, like, if I just focus the boss really hard... You know what? Well, we'll see. If I have Tsubasa move over there, then she can also, like, help out combat-wise, so... And also be a target that isn't, like, Hiruko or the generator. Okay, it's gonna do a big thing. Thankfully, Hiruko's not in that right now. Beautiful. Just like her. So...
Ready whenever.
I know you are, and that's part of what makes you so damn hot.
Time
I'm
to
just gonna
move.
keep giving her attack potions until I'm running out, which is exactly right now. What's Power Panacea do? Flip recovers HP, heals status effects, heals 50. Ooh, that's nice.
Alright, let's get started. I'll put this to good use. My turn.
After this one, I'm gonna try to definitely remember to upgrade stuff, because I almost guarantee you that I could probably have maybe had a higher level of some of that stuff by now, but... Actually, no, there hasn't been a lot of free time recently, so maybe
I'll
not.
do my best.
Actually, no, it'd be better to not do this. It would be better to just keep doing Hiruko, right? Because she
Ready
frickin'
whenever.
does 7. Yeah, no, it's better to literally just do this.
Take this. Time to move.
Until we can use her voltage attack, which is
Ready
right now.
whenever. Show me your insides. Don't let up.
And now she's fatigued, which and because this also cures paralyzed, wait, no, that's just Nozomi. So no, that would not help her move again. But it would help, like, Ima move again, perhaps. I could at least have him work on that, and then, like... Yeah, this way, yes. This will hit. And then that way, that'll also hit that.
I'll blow you away!
Also, who the fuck is this? Really interesting. Normal enemy my ass. That is the least normal enemy thing I've ever seen. That's gotta be Takumi or Hiruko, like an alternate version of them. Because they time travel. Nothing else makes sense to me right now, but it could be someone else. Wait, does his fatigue, like...
Here goes.
I mean... Yeah, no, I don't think that it's... Like... Is not hindered by terrain or other units. Okay.
Ha! All too easy. Okay.
I'm not sure what Flight plus 2 means, though, because... Unless Flight plus 2 means... Yeah, when Kako's near death, he gets extra attack. That makes so much sense. That's
I'll do
good.
my
I like
best.
that. So, it almost is better... This is a horrible thing to think, because I want to protect Kako, too, but, like... It's almost better to, like... do dumb shit with her, even though she's supposed to be a sniper. Like, put her way too close, because it gives him more attack, and she doesn't really have that much yet. But I would like to start leveling her up, because she can attack from so fucking far, compared to everyone else, that maybe it's really good to invest in her, so that she just has way more ability to make things happen. Like, hopefully more damage. Well, let's see, that does 3, this does what now?
I guess I'm up.
This also... That just does 2. Okay, so yeah. It is better to at least do
all
one of
set.
these. But this inflicts attack -3. That might be really good, but he hasn't really damaged us much right now. Or she hasn't, so
Here goes.
not really that worried about that. And I just moved her really close, but hey, if she does attack Kako, and she will... Actually, you know what I will... No, you know what I could do? No, she will be paralyzed. Unless I had Nozomi here. Which she is... Hold on, where is Nozomi? She's on the field. Where is she? She's all the way down here. That makes so much sense. Unless the boss is gonna move. I could start trying to move Nozomi over there, because goddamn, Hiruko and Nozomi would be so broken right now. To a degree that I thought the rest of this game was broke. You know what I could have done? Wasn't Tsubasa down here? I could have brought her with Tsubasa because of how Accelerate works. I didn't think about that, and I'm so close into this boss fight that I now will not try that. But in the future, I need to remember that. That, like, I want to bring broken combinations of people to where the boss is if I can. Either way.
All good.
Pushes target back 1 space.
What a nuisance!
Might as well do that. I'm not gonna get voltage, so... Yeah, who is the hoodie person and why? Very...
Out of the way, asshole!
It's useless. Actually got to me. Ow. Ow.
I'm exhausted.
Time to move. Time for battle. Take this. Ready whenever. This. My turn. Out of my way.
Yeah, this'll just work.
Time for battle. Take
Easy
this.
video game.
God, why?
Pretty sure this game is not supposed to be hard, at least for a little while, because there's a lot more video game left if I keep going through routes. But I don't know if they just keep getting harder. I feel like they might, though.
Really did a number on these guys.
All thanks to my galactic bazooka, of course. Are we naming our attacks now?
More importantly, what do we do about them?
Ema pointed to where the figure we dubbed Hoodie stood. Yeah, I don't know. Because I don't think we're supposed to know about who they are for a long-ass time, or what they're doing, or anything like that. They began walking toward us with slow deliberation. Then they pulled back their hood. Really? Who the fuck?
That's the Supreme.
Oh! Interesting. But why did she hide herself? She was so confident before. Why did she hide herself and watch? Because she never wore a hoodie before. I swear to God she never did. Maybe they just want you to think it's Takumi or Hiruko, but why do they want you to think that? I don't know.
What? Sirei told us earlier.
Yeah.
This is who's leading the invader army.
Yeah, Siri's told us, not our own experience with multiple timelines, I promise. Ha.
Her?
That's the big boss?
Yep.
Thank you not to refer to me by such a vulgar term.
The Supreme Commander brought her hand up to her mask and revealed her fucking
Among
gorgeous
my
face.
people,
So,
I am known as Veshness, the paragon of hope.
So, if you were wondering, Dynasty, I don't think you're wondering, but yes, the most smash that you could ever smash. Like, anyway.
Still say I'm cuter.
Sorry, Motaro, not to me, but you are cute, though.
No one said anything about her being cute.
She's sexy, though. I also think there's a difference between those terms, but we're getting into technicalities here.
So you can understand us now, too?
I forget how she pronounced her name, hold on. Because it was not what I was expecting it to be pronounced like.
Among my people, I am known as Veshness.
Veshness. I thought it would be Vexness from reading the name, but no, it's Veshness. I like that. I love the fantasy flavor of the invaders a lot, because I wasn't expecting a new Chikoshi and Kodaka game to really have that. But it makes sense because they're influenced by so many things, actually, including fantasy stuff that they've referenced before. And I love fantasy games, so yeah. And, like, settings in general.
Was that your attempt at a bluff? Or do you really not know?
It's like fantasy and sci-fi, like, blended together. It's really interesting.
The hell are you talking about?
She was silent for a moment. It seemed like she was thinking about something. Finally, she spoke again.
I see. Some days ago, my warriors and I experienced a sudden surge of power. That was also when we became able to understand your language.
Same with us.
I came here to find out what caused it. But it seems you don't know either.
Well, Takumi knows, and I think Hiruko also knows. But... yeah, we're not going to tell them. Everyone cast troubled glances at each other. Only Hiruko reacted differently. I figured. It was subtle, but for a moment it looked like her mouth twisted into a satisfied smile.
All this is going over my head. We gonna kill this girl or what? That's right. If we can defeat their leader, it will end the war here and now.
Listen, we, like, way later in the game we weren't able to do it, but we're all more powerful than that now. So, because it wasn't in the game, it was in that arc, and, again, mechanically we are, like, later in the game, but story-wise we restarted and are on day 8. I love this game. It is so ambitious and interesting.
Don't bother. If you fought me now, I'd only massacre you in one fell swoop.
I do feel like that's true.
And where's the fun in that? I'd rather take my time and make it really hurt. I'll pick you off one at a time to make it clear just how powerless you are, and inflict true despair on the rest of you.
Gotta use the Kodaka buzzword. Despair. Monokuma just pops out of the side of the screen for a second. She pointed upwards as she said this, right at the artificial satellite.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to take back Pakron's remains.
That's the commander we just defeated, isn't it?
Yeah, she's not gonna let us nom him, which makes sense, because that makes us more powerful.
In the last battle, one of you absorbed Mervrum's cryptoglobin.
You saw that?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
I wanted to see your vile, barbaric nature in action.
Yeah, she was chilling back there, and she saw that, yeah.
But I won't let the same thing happen today. Huh?
Wait, I still want to call her Vexness. How did she pronounce it again? One day, I will get it in my brain. I refuse not to. Because hello, ma'am. But also, I just would rather know names and pronunciations if I can.
Don't bother.
Wait, hold on, no. Not the right... Okay. Okay, we really need to scroll up for this. Here we go.
Among my people, I am known as Veshness.
Veshness. So, think about it being spelled V-E-S-H, and then I'll remember. Veshness. Veshness moved before we had a chance to react. In a flash, she leapt over us to where Pakron's corpses lay. Gathered in corpse lay. I don't know why I thought that was a plural word for a second, but I think that's a very common thing that happens to most people, because there's so many people online that will, like, add S's to words, and, like, that definitely don't belong there. But anyway, corpse lay, gathered in her arms, and was gone. Like, that's a very common thing, and I find myself doing it too.
Wow. Pretty mortifying how easy that was for her.
Damn it!
How enraging!
If you have to get a rager, do it in your own time.
Oh my god. I will say, though, that I don't really think Kiyoshika's voice actress is a good fit. But I think that they literally told her to sound awkward because Kiyoshika was literally a manga nerd shut-in and that is her fucking background. But at the same time, like, I don't know, it just doesn't seem to fit. And she just sounds weird. I don't know. It's hard to explain. But, like, most of the voice acting is stellar here.
Well, even if she got away, it's not all bad.
Yeah, we still won the battle. We can be happy about that, can't we?
I guess you're right. All right then, here we go.
Special Defense Unit, best in the world, indestructible and undefeated.
We've got to have... this is literally the shonen arc, which is saying something, because the first route was also quite shonen-y, but, like, this is, like, really shonen-y.
Never lose, never yield. Special Defense Unit, fight on!
We made it through our second defensive battle, our third if you counted the one on the very first day. And so far, none of us had died. I just hoped we could keep this up. I don't think so. We'll see. But I didn't want to bring the others down thinking like that. After everything we'd been through the last couple of days, they deserved to enjoy their victory. Let's see here. I think I should have an S here. Yeah, 100%. We've got to get an S here. Smexy. S for sexy. Because, you know, Hiruko's the person that's shown there. I think it's because the person that is shown there on the portrait is always the one that I think did the most damage or something like that. So, it's going to be Hiruko a lot because she is broken beyond belief. Her or Kiyoshika. I also love them the most out of every character in the game, so it's really fitting that they'd normally be there. Because I'm also going to absolutely pump upgrades into them like you wouldn't believe. Nice work, everybody. Another spectacular victory. Keep this up and you'll have the war won in no time. It's not going to be that simple because this is a Kodaka game, but thanks for the vote of confidence, Chief. And the victory party? That's what last night was for. They can't have you cutting loose every time. This is a military academy, not a rowdy college dorm. It might as well be a college dorm, dude. Like, we are not that disciplined, and you don't make us be that disciplined. Just let us be kids, okay? Because that's what they really are. Most of them are actually in high school, actually, so not even college age. Alas, I was looking forward to more revelry. You do not need more revelry, ma'am. You become drunk on soda, okay? We do not need that. You do not need that anyway. When's this next attack due anyway? Oh, I believe... Day 15, yeah. Yep, she would know, Yeah, she knows way more about the routes than Takumi does. She's traveled a lot more than he has, which I find really interesting. Because she got caught off guard by Eito. You'd think she wouldn't. But did the version of her just not remember? I wonder if the version of her remembers because Takumi is here? For some reason? Takumi from the future, I mean. Very interesting. Yeah, that feels like a plot hole to me. I hope they explain why she got caught off guard by Eito, because she ain't getting caught off guard by anything else. But she got killed by Eito, which I know the gameplay reason they did that. She's fucking broken. She ends up being your frickin', your classic Fire Emblem crutch unit from the beginning of the game. And then she gets killed so that you can't just keep using her for that. Especially because this game isn't that hard to begin with from my experience so far, but we'll see. At least that's what Syria and Nigo told me before. Right, of course we did. Thanks for the reminder, Shizahara. Just so, we received a report from the artificial satellite to that effect. I was surprised, but I didn't panic. I was past that now. There was no attack on day 15 the last time around. The same went for today on day 8. At least that gives us some time to rest. From day 8 to day 15, that's... run it up to the nearest 10, carry the 1. 6 days from now. It's 7 days. 15 minus 8. What's so hard about that? I love her. That means after today, we've got 6 whole days to take it easy. You guys want a tightrope walk across steel girders and take bets on who falls first while we're at it? Darmy, please. Sorry to break it to you, but you won't have time for any of that. But what's funny is that would actually work as a pastime if others were that insane. because of the fact that we all could just reconstitute ourselves. And I don't think anyone wants to go through that pain, except for Darumi and maybe Yugumu. Maybe not even Yugumu. We'll need you all to start training in preparation for the next battle. Oh, for the love of murder! I guess we've seen that coming. We should have seen that coming. Yeah, so I think we finally have time to upgrade people, which, motherfucker, am I gonna do that or not? Am I gonna do that this time, I mean. After the battle, we took our time over a late dinner and went back to our rooms. I stayed out on the roof, though. I was thinking about Hiruko. I also think about Hiruko a lot.
I'm going to have a lot to do. Just do as you're told. Follow my instructions and don't ask questions. Provided the work gets done, I'll answer all your questions. On the evening of day 9.
I don't feel like that's gonna be quite what happens for some reason. We'll see. Either that, or she doesn't know even near as much as I would like her to know. It's gonna be either she doesn't end up telling us, or telling us as much as she said she would, for whatever reason, whether she changed her mind or whether she dies or something, or again, she just doesn't know as much as I would hope she does, but we'll see. Have you seen Hotarubi no Mori? Or however you're supposed to pronounce that? I think I got it not horribly wrong, but maybe. Let's see here. Nope. Let me see. I probably haven't seen most of the animes you're going to mention, but I've definitely seen a few small obscure ones, so maybe. Well, that's an old one. Looks like it's from the 90s or 80s. Into the Forest of Firefly's Light. One-shot shoujo manga and 44-minute anime film. Well, it's a film. Revolves around Hotaru. It's also a forest inhabited by spirits of her friend's Jin. An ex-spirit who will disappear if touched by a human. Oof. Interesting. Seems cute. Seems like a nice, like sad, but like slice of life-y story, at least from what I see here. Interesting. I might see that. That was on day 5, and for the past 3 days I'd done everything she asked me. There really was a lot to do. We'd been so busy I hadn't even had time to think about all the things I wanted to ask her. But all that was about to change. Tomorrow was day 9, the day I'd get my answers. You can't say that and expect me to actually expect that you get them. God damn it, game. I'm holding you to it this time, Hiruko. Please do not. This is the most foreshadowing that it's not going to happen thing I've ever read. But I do hope that that's not what's actually happening. I won't back down until you've told me everything. I was conscious of a weird restless feeling in my chest. Was it from anticipation, or was it something more like fear? At that point, I still couldn't say for sure. So when is your favorite waifu gonna die? We'll see! I'm just glad that she gets to come back because it's a time travel story. So she'll probably come back again.
Troops, time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 9th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering.
Yes, I did start a new route.
To pave the way for
I've been
future greatness.
I've been talking about the first route this whole time. Though I know you're using me for background noise, that's very obvious, but still. I find it funny that you only now realized I was on a second route. So yeah, I've been in and out, that makes sense. But yeah, this game has a mind-bogglingly amazing way of presenting itself, because the first 100 days, what happens is Takumi realizes he can go back in time at the end. Basically because of power he absorbed, anime shit, And so basically, he goes back in time to prevent Eito from fucking a lot of shit up. And in doing that, he changes a lot of other things, and basically he went all the way back to day 2, and things are playing out very differently. And we also learned that Hiruko has also been time traveling, but in a different way. She's actually been sneaking off and using a machine that for some reason exists, and for some reason she knows about, that allows her to travel to parallel worlds. And this game is nuts. and mechanically it's acting like the game is just continuing. And I fucking love that. This game is nuts, and I love it.
Be ready to give your lives to protect our
Isn't
beloved
Hiruko your favorite?
school
Yes, I love her
from
so
the
much.
vile and barbaric enemy.
I'm just really glad that she doesn't die permanently, because that's the nature of a time travel game, right? Even people that die, you might be able to save them, and even if not, you'll see more of them, you know. So she might die again, but we'll see. Takumi, come quick. It's Eito. He... A little after breakfast, Shoma came charging into my room in a panic. Eito? Oh god, did he kill her again? Did he really... He's not in his cage. Oh no. Please don't tell me he killed her. They would do that. They would fucking do that. What? They meaning Uchikoshi and fucking Kadaka, especially Kadaka. Actually, no, maybe even especially Uchikoshi in this kind of case. Oh, we'll see. I was on my feet before I knew it. I followed Shoma and we both rushed outside together. Where's everyone else? You're the first one I've told. Takemura knows too, though. He and I were doing our morning training in the courtyard. Oh, that's really cute that they're trained together now. I like that in this room. That's when we noticed the cage was empty. Alright, you go tell the others about this. I'll look for Eito. Okay. Also, you get every single character right away. In this second route. It really feels like just a continuation of the game. It's nuts. But, like, story-wise, it restarted. Eito escaped, but how? It restarted and became a very different story, basically. It's really good. No time to stop and think about it. I have to find him before he causes any trouble. Again. We should have killed him, but I actually killed him first. And when you do that, everyone distrusts you because they haven't seen him do anything. So, there's always pros and cons. I'm liking this story, man. It's good. Where do we need to go? We need to just, I guess, wander the school and find him. Okay. I'm asking another streamer I follow, but I have a key of Dark Complete Edition I'm looking to give away. If it's not up her alley, is it up yours? Let me see. I don't think I've heard of Dark. Let's see here. Let me look in the stove. I may have, though. Stove. Dark Complete Edition. Dark tells the story of Lloyd, a boy who finds himself in the middle of a lucid nightmare. Unable to wake up, Lloyd has to face his fears and decipher the meaning of a dream. Interesting. I'm interested. Okay, so it's like a straight horror game. And it's like a platform. Interesting. It's not really that much my thing, but I'll take it, and I'll probably play it for like Halloween or something, or like, you know, October, when I play a bunch of spooky games. But yeah, if it seems to be more her thing, to just give it to her. But yeah, cool. I love the art style. It's really interesting looking. It seems like almost like claymation-y or something. It's real interesting looking. Kind of just like, it reminds me of a Tim Burton film, which is why I said claymation-y. But yeah, horror games are most of what she plays. Okay, yeah, so it might be more her thing. Except, well, you know I like horror too, but if it's most of what she plays, that's more than me. So it will probably be more up her alley, but we'll see. She's currently doing a deathless run of RE8. Oh man, good luck with that. I still haven't played RE7 or 8, but I intend to this October, because it's the perfect month for that. So yeah, we'll see. Although there's a lot of shit coming out in October that I'm excited for. What's coming out in October? There's so many fucking games coming out in October. I forgot, but there's a lot. Which, Octobers have been really banger for me recently, because what came out last October is Metaphor, which I think you were here when I was doing nothing but playing that game, because it just hooked me. But let me see. What's coming out in October? I have got them on my wish list. Oh yeah, Outer Worlds 2 is coming out in October, and I love the first game, but these are becoming less and less of my kind of game, really, but they're still they're still up there, and I'm very interested, especially in this one party member that is in that game. But what else is coming out in October? Let's see, there's others for sure. Oh yeah, Ninja Gaiden 4 but I'm not really that interested in that. There was something else that I was really excited for that's coming out in October, I think. What was it? Arc Raiders. I'm probably not gonna play that actually. Oh, Shootin' Order is coming out in September, which is another Kodaka game. I don't know how the fuck he's producing so much this year. Because he came out with that gacha game earlier, Tribe 9, this year. Then he came out with this game. And then he's coming out with Shootin' Order in September 9th. The man has just gotta be swamped in work, but that's also the Japanese game industry. It also seems to be the Japanese everything industry, which I think is why so many Japanese industries are so prolific. They just overwork everyone, which I don't really agree with, but if they generally handle it well-ish, which I guess Kodaka seems to, then I guess that's fine, maybe, but I don't think it's healthy for sure, but anyway. Morgue? He would be in the morgue sometimes. I think you really just need to go poke into different rooms until you find him. Okay. He wouldn't be here because he got out of his cage. Yeah. Do I feel like he... What if he's in the fucking defense room? No. I don't think he'd have the ability to break down the defense room door. Watch him be in here. No, he wouldn't be here. I don't think we do anything in the bathroom. Except for, you know, obviously go to the bathroom in canon, but anyway. But I've been in the courtyard. I just circled around again. Either that or that's the other side. It also leads into the courtyard. I don't think I've been in the library. It would make sense that Eito would be in the library, at least in his normal version of himself, but no. Stranger room? That would make sense. We still don't know. But I think what happened is we got put in those pods and our whole lives were simulated in there. And beforehand they were something else. Either that or we were literally grown in them somehow. That's what I'm thinking. Like grown, or at least like from babies somehow raised in those pods and our whole lives were fabricated. That would make sense. But we'll see. I don't really like how you have to run around for a long time to find him here. Well, maybe not. Wait, there might be... That means Eito couldn't have gone outside the wall, both extinguishers. Okay, so he's in here somewhere. Interesting. Either that, or he found some way underneath or something that we don't know about. But why would he know about it? I don't think he time travels. It seems pretty clear he doesn't. I still say I'd like to watch you play Your Turn to Die. Okay, yeah, at some point. Because it is my type of thing. That's why I'm playing this. So, yeah. But this is really my type of thing because I have a special connection to both Kodaka and Uchikoshi's games. So, I had to play this. And it's really good to me. Nope. At least he didn't leave on the bus either. Jim? Nope. Kind of dislike how... Okay, no, I've already been through here, so I'm going in circles again. It doesn't help that these hallways are literally circular and samey. That's gonna confuse me real easy. I don't know if I've been here already or not. I think I have, but I forget right now. I've been into the metal shop, so yeah, I think I have. I also was in the entrance hall. I also think I went to the garage. I don't remember right now. Okay, I've definitely been to the garage. I think I do remember that I've been in the garage. I know that I was back in there. I don't think I checked this bathroom. I don't think I checked this... Okay. So I think he's not in the bottom floor. I think I ended up just not looking in the third floor. So you might, like, they might, like, expect you to find him faster than I did because I just didn't, for some reason, check the third floor first. It would make sense he's in the war room if he's trying to sabotage us, which of course he would. But... there we go. Finally, I stepped into a room and there he was. I found Ato, but that didn't mean I could relax. Well, yeah, because it's fucking Ato.
Don't make me ask again, bastard. Just what the hell are you doing in here?
You've asked me that plenty of times already, and I keep telling you I got curious about something.
Yeah, but you also ended up sneaking out of your fucking cage to do it. Yeah, he's really good at acting like nothing phases him and like he's innocent. But we know he ain't.
I wanted to learn more about how the revival-matic works, so I just...
Yeah, that's really sus. Yeah, I want to learn more about the thing that revives y'all so that maybe I could motherfucking make it not revive y'all. Or, you know what I think? He wanted to reinstate his own revive status. And then go try to kill some people, and if he died, he would have insurance. I think that's what happened. We'll see. Or don't do stuff, or whatever.
That's not what I mean! How did you get out of your cage? Tell me that!
Hey, calm down, Takemaru.
How am I supposed to be calm at a time like this?
Why is Takumi calm? Honestly. Because this is a really bad thing.
Ain't you the one who said it'd all be over if this guy got out?
I did, but...
Now fess up! How did you escape?
I find it interesting that Takumi even was trying to get him to calm down. Takara shook Ato violently, but he didn't look the least bit concerned. Of course he doesn't. He's a fucking psychopath.
I had some help from a friend. Let's just call them K.
Okay, let's assume they don't start with K, because he would definitely do that. But, okay, assuming they do start with K, there's a lot of fucking possibilities there, and I'm sure that's his point. He wants to sow discord. He wants to sow distrust. I bet he didn't even have help. He would do this. But if their name does start with K, it could be Kiyoshika. It could be Karara. It could be... I wanted to say Kara, but we know her as Nozomi. And I don't think she knows she's Karuwa here. I don't think she ever knew she was Karuwa. Which is interesting. But I don't think he knows, so he definitely wouldn't do that. So if their name does start with a K, Kiyoshika, Karara... I think there are other Ks, probably. I'm thinking right now. I can't think of others right now, but
They unlocked my cage for me.
What? Well, who was it? Who's Kate?
No, I'm afraid I can't tell you. I could never betray a friend's confidence like that.
Yeah, no, he just wants to make us distrust each other. I bet he didn't even have help, but he might have. Someone might have felt bad for him because they haven't seen him do stuff. Because there's a lot of kind, especially girls here, so I think one of them did it. I also bet that their name doesn't even start with a K. Also, K might be a reference to the fact that, you know, K from fucking VLR. Because, you know, Uchikoshi.
Then I'll just have to force it out of you!
Takemaru, no!
They tried to get his arm and pull him away from Ato. Why, though? Didn't exactly work out. I think he punched him. Could also be short for something like killer. Yeah, smart. But yeah, we'll see. Jolts of pain shot up my spine. I'd be knocked back so hard and so fast, my guts were still doing somersaults even after I came to a stop. I mean, yeah, Takamaru did warn him about that. About don't come close to me when I'm angry, dude. And that's what happened. Why the fuck was he trying to get him to stop it? Seriously. He knows what Ato's capable of. Like, why? But anyway. And I crashed against whatever was directly behind me, which just so happened... Oh no! Let me guess, now we're all gonna fucking die horribly. You lion-ass bitch, you don't care if I'm okay. I think you really particularly don't care now, because I've been foiling your plans. Running through the pain, I got to my feet. Then I turned around to look at the machine. Yeah, no, this is real bad. But I just hope Tsubasa's still alive and can fix it. Yeah, I figured. Ominous plume of black smoke was rising from the wreckage of the Revive-O-Matic. I had a feeling things were about to get a whole lot worse. This is bad, right? That's one way of putting it. Oh no. Eito's now gonna just start trying to kill us. Put him back in his cage now. Ripperoni. So basically Takamaru did it. I really hope you can fix it, Tsubasa, but I have a feeling someone's gonna kill you before you can do that if you do. Oh boy. It wasn't on purpose. Takumi grabbed my arm and I lost control. Whoever's to blame, this is a catastrophe nonetheless. Yeah, if we can't use Revive-O-Matic anymore, if any of us die in battle, or, you know, by Eito, or K, perhaps, then we stay dead. There's no coming back anymore. The whole group seemed to freeze up for a moment. A lot of them started to glare accusingly at Takamaru. Yeah, of course. But, come on, everyone. It's not all bad. Maybe we can repurpose the wreckage and use it to grill fit. I love them. I'd better inspect the damage, see if I can repair it. Will you start? It's back to the cage for you, Outski. I don't remember saying you could wander around as you please. You guys take him back to the courtyard. Nico and I will get things started there. I feel like Hiruko or Kiyoshika, someone who can definitely handle him, should be guarding him like 24 goddamn motherfucking 7. Because, like, yeah. Well, maybe both of them on turns of, like, sleeping and being awake whenever it's not fight time. But I just say those two because they have the most broken attacks that I have, like, figured out, at least in the game. Okay, now that we've found Eito, it's time for his execution. I mean, honestly, that would probably be better for everyone. Especially at this point where if he kills any of us, we stay dead. I really vouch for that, but people aren't gonna do that, and then he's gonna kill someone permanently. It's gonna be Hiruko, isn't it? That makes a lot of sense, because I know that this route starts with you kissing Hiruko for some reason. And then for some reason, the romance options after that do not include her, so I think that means that she gets killed. Like, permanently, because there's no fucking Revive-O-Matic anymore. But hey, one route of very many that she could possibly be more of a thing in, so I'm okay with it. Okay, now that we found Eito, it's time for his execution. I honestly really think that's the best idea, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Ooh, allow me. Hold on, nobody said anything about killing. I honestly feel like that's the best option. And look to your left, Nozomi. Someone's about to say that we really should. Never mind, okay. We're just locking him up, right? Well, just get on with it. Huh? Yeah, everyone, wait a minute. This cage, it's still locked. Ooh, how, what, where, huh? Interesting. Wait, what? What's wrong?
No.
Not that cage. We have to put him somewhere else. Did she just remember something? Huh. Why did she... Interesting. I can't explain it. Just trust me. I think she just remembered something. Because that triggered a memory from one of her past things. Similar to how it works in, Zero Escape. So I think Ochikoshi definitely wrote that part. Because as far as I understand, they wrote, like, equal amounts of the game. They wrote parts of different routes, or maybe just different routes by themselves. Not quite sure how it works. Not quite sure if that's said anywhere specifically, but I've heard from other content creators that that's kind of how it is. Yeah, you gotta at least give us a reason. Everyone looked confused and a little uncomfortable. But that atmosphere soon dissipated when there was another scream, this time from Kako. Yeah, no, she's been getting a lot of premonitions too. And I wonder why, because I don't think she time travels. So I wonder what's up with that. But everything she's been remembering does happen. Like, she does literally tell the future sometimes. And I find that interesting, because again, I do not think she's been time traveling, so that's... Huh. What? Seriously, the hell is going on? That was the sound of Kako's detective senses going off. I assume you made another brilliant deduction, Sister Dearest. Eito, you said that Kay opened your cage for you, right? That's right. So then, why is the door still locked? Well, did Kay lock it again? No, that wouldn't make sense. The cage would have been empty. There'd be no point in locking it. There's only one key to this cage. Anyway, that key is... I've got it. Shirai gave it to me when I left the infirmary. So how did Kay open the cage in the first place? Do we have the key? If Shirai had the key up until now, there's no way anyone else could have opened it. In other words, there never was any Kay. Eito escaped from the cage all on his own. I figured, unless she's not right about that, but that makes the most sense to me. Because we know that this motherfucker is a lying, manipulating ass bitch. So, yeah. There is no K, I think. He got out on his own somehow. Yep, I think so. Everyone gasped and looked at... It's kind of funny, because you said that, like, when that was being told by at least Kako. Not quite sure, though. Maybe he can face through it or something. Maybe, I wonder what's up with that. Everyone gasped and looked at Eito. In response, he just smiled. I see. That's an impressive theory. But even assuming it's true, how exactly did I get out all on my own? Oh, well, you must have... I don't have a clue. What a pity. Shall I tell you the answer, then? Your first guess was actually the right one. I fucking knew it. Also, he literally is like other psychopaths in real life. Because I've watched some true crime stuff. And when serial killers are caught, there have been so many times where they'll then just immediately transition into just, like, excitedly confessing everything they did because they're so proud of it. That's literally what this man does. He's done it over and over again already. After I left the cage, Kay locked it up again. I'm calling BS! That does sound pretty illogical. Perhaps, but consider the alternative. What's so logical about the idea of me breaking out on my own without even damaging the cage? Oh no, the first thing, meaning the thing, like, someone locked it again. But no, he could literally just still be lying out of his ass in order to make us distrust each other. That's what I'm going with until something else... Until something else, points to that, basically. That it isn't him at all. Okay, then tell us who Kay is. I've already told you I can't. How about we torture it out of him? I don't think that would work on him. Ooh, sounds fun. There's no point in doing that. If my dear sister's theory is correct, there is no Kay. So obviously, he can't tell us who they are. No, right. Party pooper. Either way, we should assume Kako is right. I think she knows Kako is right. In that case, we'll have to find somewhere else to lock Eito up. If he can just break out of these cages on his own, anything could happen. Where are we gonna put him then? Well, we could just kill him. I really, really, really prefer that option. Oh, I have an idea. Please do not, like... I bet this decision lets him do more shit somehow. We'll see. But where? Interesting. How about in here? There's a lock on the door and no windows, so he won't be able to escape. And it's a room we never use ourselves. It suits me fine. It's bigger than my last place, and there's even a bed. He's so interesting. Because, like, I'm pretty sure he's seething inside. He's just really good at hiding that until he has the upper hand. He's real interesting. I just hope the rent isn't too steep. Yeah, no, he's so good at acting all buddy-buddy. It's disgusting. Yeah, laugh it up. And so we decided to hold Ato in the room with no name. Then they should put 2 people on guard where they put him. Yeah, I really think so. But I don't think they're gonna do that, and I think he's gonna kill people because now there's no Revive-O-Matic. But we'll see. Either that, or he somehow gets to kills the guards anyway, or something. It's got these weird capsule-like machines. I guess we'll call it the capsule room for now. That way, if somebody is helping him, they need both be helping him. Yeah, that makes sense. Leaving our prisoner inside, the rest of us stepped out of the capsule room. I got the key from Sirai when we told him our plan. I made sure the door was locked up tight. Once I was satisfied there was no way Ato could get it open, we all left. There was no point hanging around here anymore. Oh, I just looked at the time, and I need to do something. I need to make sure my cats are fed. So I will BRB. I'm not going to say shit about how long, because I think that is actually going to make it easier for me to come back sooner. My brain is weird. BRB. Hopefully literally RB and not be back whenever the fuck. But yeah, anyway. I need to mute myself and then do the BRB screen. Okay, I returned. That wasn't super long compared to other times. Oh, I've gotta get rid of a bot. Makes sense. There's been a lot of those. They have been less of a thing of recent, though. Like that big long stream, I think I only had like a couple. And then I didn't have any since then, but well, I also wasn't streaming for very long since then, but yeah, so let me... Yeah, I need to go back to Twitch, and then my stream. Oh, someone poked me in Whisper. That definitely is someone that's like a... I think that's one of my scam people. I'm just gonna assume that. Because I don't know that person. Okay. Speaking of scam people, channel... No, I needed dashboard, didn't I? Well, I can still do that here. I can still see it. Yeah, I'm working on it. I haven't done it yet. Here we go. Ban... There we go. I had to get back to the page real quick, because I forgot to just grab that page immediately when I started streaming. But hey, I only took like half an hour that time. Woohoo! I'm making progress. Anyway. But yeah, no, what happens is I realize I'm way more overstimulated and anxious than I thought I was when I was playing. But I also might be like wanting to get back to the stream, but I have this weird relationship with feeling anxious where it makes me feel like I can't go back and do something, but I was just doing it fine. So it's just all about rewiring the way that I think about that, which is hard, but I'm doing it. And it's going to really help me make things happen. So anyway, once I was satisfied, there was no way Ato could get it open. We all left. There's no point in... No way is the most, like, fucking red flag ass thing. He's gotta get out. Because the... Or even if it's not him. The Revive-O-Matic just got destroyed. People are gonna get killed. Like, I knew this route would not be all hunky-dory, everyone survives. I knew that. Anyway. I don't think there is going to be a route like that, and if so, it's going to be like the true route. Like, Route fucking 100. Had a lot on my mind. Yeah, why wouldn't you? Ato, the broken Revive-O-Matic. Hell, you had a lot on your mind ever since fucking... well, really, since this whole game started, but just more and more on your mind because, motherfucker, like... you experienced this already, and just how traumatic it was, and now you're doing it again. Like, it's gonna... And you're trying to fix it, and it's not quite working that well, so it's a whole thing. Ato, the broken Revive-O-Matic, this mysterious K person, and whether or not they really existed. And Day 100 was still a long, long way off. I'd have to strengthen my bonds with the others if we're going to become a real team before then. Hiruko said she'd tell me everything today. Tonight, actually. That means I still have some time to kill. She's gonna get killed before she can do that. Because why else would they break the Revive-O-Matic? Because I'm pretty sure there is another way later route where she actually gets to tell him. Because this is a route that does not have any locks behind it. They would not let her tell everything she knows this early. I know Kitaka and Uchikoshi by now. So I'm bracing myself. Question. How autistic are you? I just finished a couple of puzzles. Another streamer who I am a mod for doesn't like it when I share screenshots of the puzzles I do. Because I intentionally don't finish them right now. It irks him because of his autism. I want to show you them. Oh yeah, go ahead. I'm not really that autistic. I don't get bothered by that, like, unfinished stuff. There's a couple of weird things that do bug me, but that's not one of them. It's always... There's always different stuff like that for each autistic person, too. So it's not exactly how autistic you are. It's just you have different things that bother you that are kind of weird compared to neurotypical people, is I think the best way I'd describe it. That isn't one of mine, so go ahead. I'm interested. Because I like puzzles, or else I wouldn't like these games so much, especially Zero Escape. Maybe I'll go hang out with someone for a while. Your extinguisher level is increased. Bonding events have been unlocked. Bonding events are special events that occur when you raise your bond rank with a character. From now on, when you give characters a gift, you'll increase their affinity towards you. After reaching a certain affinity, your bond rank will increase. Jigsaw puzzles. Oh yeah, cool. I like those. I've done a few. They're fun. You greatly boost your affinity by gifting preferred items you've discovered through the various student activities. Let me guess, they're anime waifu jigsaw puzzles. Let me just think. I imagine that is what they are. Am I right? You've discovered through the various student activities. Take the initiative to strengthen your bond with your comrades. Because I bet that has to exist. Because the Japan merch industry is gigantic. Anyway. Let's see, yeah, just 3 times. So, first thing I'm gonna do is make sure I can't upgrade people. I should be able to. Because I must have gotten a lot of that first resource down there. I keep forgetting the name of it, but that red stuff. Yeah, I've got quite a bit. So no, actually, how much do I need? Oh, right, yeah. I need to keep working on my stats. That makes sense. So I need more linguistics. Okay. Yeah, of course she doesn't give linguistics, and he doesn't either. They're both athletics. He's not available. I could just give a gift and probably get linguistics that way, except I don't know who gives linguistics right now off the top of my head. I don't think Gaku does. None of those two are available. She's not either. They aren't. She's not. Those two aren't. Yeah, okay. I don't see anyone that gives linguistics right now. Yeah, he gives the social studies, so yeah, I don't know. I think I'd have to, like, mess around with gift giving in order to do that. You know what I could do is save before that. Oh no, Kitty! Let's see, the reason why I don't actually finish them is because you get a currency that's used to unlock unlockable puzzles for finishing puzzles. Oh, okay, so it's a game. That makes sense. It's a video game. That it's a jigsaw puzzle video game. That makes sense. Because I thought you meant literal physical jigsaw puzzles. But okay, cool. I didn't know there was a game like this, but that makes sense. 1 golden piece for every 100 pieces. But during the summer and winter Steam sales, you get triple the golden pieces that you use to unlock puzzles with. So I typically do the puzzle, but leave 1 piece and then put it in when the sale comes around. That's really fucking smart. And I guess the summer one hasn't yet. Okay. Which, yeah, usually it's more like July that happens. Also, I'm kind of sad that there's no way I'll be able to get much in there this year, but we'll see. Maybe. Well, yeah, cool. Kitty cat. I think you know I like the cat one at this point. Actually, I haven't talked about how much I love cats to you. I probably have at some point. I've mostly talked about how much I love waifus with you, because that comes up a lot with you. But yeah, I love cats. Also, butterfly. Very pretty. Nice. You're the most dedicated gamer I've ever seen. It seems like everything you play, you put a lot into, which is... I really don't do that. I really try to save my brain space, basically, for whatever games that really resonate with me, basically. That's always kind of how I've been. Which is a lot of why I abandoned so much for this game, which is, it just does resonate with me a lot. And that definitely Valkyria, too. That is the next one I think I will just get through. What happened with Valkyria when I first streamed it was that I was just really, really, really nervous, and I had to work on allowing myself to suck and then get better at a game on stream and just be okay with it. And it was hard, but I'm getting there for sure now. So I think I'll be able to do it way better now. But anyway, as far as at least finishing the game, I don't know about not being bad, but I hope so. um... You'll always be bad, but that's okay. No, I won't be. Because I really, really get dedicated to understanding mechanics in certain games, and right now my brain is really attuning itself to strategy RPGs, which Valkyria is another one. I won't always be bad. But, I know that's just kind of what you, like, I know that's a joke based on how bad I was, but I guarantee you I will get it more this time around because I have more confidence, and I just feel like I've gotten more of a strategy game brain since then, because I've been playing a lot of these sorts of games. We'll see. I want to banter. I don't banter like that, though. I think you've noticed. I don't like doing the whole you suck, no you suck, no you suck. I don't do that shit. I just think it's toxic and not fun. But that's just me. I know other people think it's fun, and that's why it's such a common thing. But anyway. But that's probably just my autism manifesting. A lot of the things that autistic people end up not being bothered by is like social stuff, like certain things people do, and that's one of mine. Anyway, but I don't really fault you for wanting to talk shit in a friendly way, but I just don't really do that, and I don't like it. But it's just me. Sometimes I'm in the mood for it, though. So, but it's just not right now. Like, okay, so I think the more accurate way of saying it is there are times when I'm up for that, and there are times when I'm not, and this ain't one of them, essentially. It's weird. I'm weird, I know. Anyway, autism might as well just be called weird disease. But anyway. By the way, I'm on the autism spectrum, but what I have from what I know isn't considered autistic. That's interesting. Like, as far as, like, how much on the spectrum you are, that's interesting. I was diagnosed late because that's essentially what my therapist told me. That mine was not... I had more of... Like, I have comorbid ADHD and autism. My ADHD is much more loud, basically. I'm more on the ADHD spectrum. The autism part, there are a lot of symptoms that can go hand in hand with ADHD, but basically I have mild autism and severe ADHD, which is why the autism, which has a lot of similar symptoms, didn't go found for most of my life. So, like, I was like 20-ish when I was diagnosed with it, so. What I have is called PDD-NOS. I don't think I've heard of that. I need to look that up, because I thought I knew a lot about these disorders, because I looked them up because I'm interested and I have them, and it's helpful information, but hold on. PDD-NOS. I've never heard of this. Category of autism that is no longer used. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, so was diagnosed prior to 2013, but apparently it's not considered, like, autistic anymore, I guess? Impairment in social skills, difficulty interacting with other people, problems with verbal and nonverbal communication. Yeah, no, yo, this sounds like autism to me. Like, what the fuck are they talking about? I feel like it's dumb that this isn't considered on the spectrum anymore, because those are always the big problems that we all have. But, weird. Interesting. Anyway. Yeah, no, literally, all four of these bullet points here. Impairment in social skills, difficulty interacting with other people, problems with verbal or nonverbal communication, stereotyped behavior, interests, and activities. That's literally autism. Like, what are they smoking? I don't know, man. Like, that is literally the definition of all autism to me. What? Okay, anyway. But I'm guessing what they're saying is it's a very mild form of all that. I don't know. Anyway. I do feel like you're less awkward than me, so that that would definitely make sense. However, I also might just be biased against myself because I actually am aware of the extent of my own shit, but which is a very common human thing that happens in general, but anyway, that's weird. Anyway. Yeah, my conclusion there is the psychology industry has really dumb ways of criteriating things. I've always felt that. So I'm not surprised. And I'm sorry that you couldn't get a diagnosis because of that. That's dumb. Like, after 2013, they were like, oh, this isn't autism anymore. Literally everything I just read just, like, makes me think, yeah, no, that's autism. What are you smoking, people? Like, what? Anyway. Let's see. What am I doing here? Okay, right. I was just trying to figure out what to do now. Because I can't upgrade people. Oh, actually, maybe I could upgrade someone that ain't Takumi. Before I just go ahead and work on getting linguistics to upgrade Takumi. I bet, yeah, I can upgrade other people. I'm a little scared to level her up because I feel like she's gonna die soon again. So I'm not gonna do that. She's already broken anyway. I was diagnosed in 2002 roughly. I was 13 and 36 now. Yeah, that makes sense. That really does match up then. So you were basically autistic back then, but after 2013 they no longer consider you that anymore. That sucks. Because literally, from what I read, how the fuck could they not consider that autism anymore? That's like the common traits of every autistic person. I don't know what they're smoking. Anyway. But I'm guessing what it is it's a very mild form of those things compared to other versions of autism. I don't fucking know. That's weird. Anyway. So, what was gonna happen to us now? Well, I'm unfortunately feel like Hiroko's gonna die and then everything's gonna go to shit. But we'll see. Right, I was figuring out what else to do. Alright, I haven't actually figured out who to upgrade. I don't know why I keep exiting that menu. Because I definitely can upgrade people right now. And I'm trying to figure out who. Tsubasa is a pretty duh. Especially upgrading Accelerate if I can. Because that is so fucking broken. And you know what? I'm just gonna upgrade the broken skills if I can. The ones that I end up leaning on so hard. Makes sense, right? So the other one that I haven't checked right now is Kiyoshika's Shigure no Mai. There we go. I need more gym to keep upgrading her. And then, I guess I might as well upgrade that too, because I use her so liberally. I also want to start really upgrading Kako and see how much better her energy sniper can get. Okay, she'll just get more and more range on it. What I'd really like is to learn how to get her more attack power, but Gaku can help with that, and everything else that does that can help with that. So there's that. Like, you know, actually using Hemoanima boost instead of using a special attack every time would actually get her more attack too, so yeah, in fact, it might be better sometimes to, like, use the overpowered stuff like Kiyoshika and Hiruko got. For, instead of, like, big attacks. Especially because you can do them multiple times in a row, and that might ultimately do more than what at least specific special attacks would do. But anyway, I definitely want to keep upgrading Nozomi's everything. Ooh, more range for Rescue Bullet is really nice, because you want to keep her in the back. Because squishy healer. You also want to get as many people with that as you can, because that shit cures Paralyze, and that is so broken. And also, paralyzing enemies is good. So that's the next thing I'll do. And let's keep upgrading stuff until I can't. In fact, yeah, might as well. This is also quite good when I want to use that. And then, I keep using Yugimu a lot as well. Ooh, more moves. So yeah, more range on that is going to be very nice too. Like, very nice. Also, more viral contagion. That's really good. Now, let's see. Ooh, more voltage gain. Debuffs enemies in a large area. Inflict attack. I should probably use that kind of thing more. Especially as we get to more dangerous enemies, surely, as the game progresses. Like, that's just how games usually work. But his Twisted Whip, I'm not using that very much, because Sacrificial Viper is so good. So I think I'll just do Fatal Contagion instead, and try to remember to use that, because debuffs are probably going to be really good, especially if I intend to ignore everything but the boss. Which I intend to do when there's bosses present. And there's been a lot of bosses present in this one already, compared to the first route, so there's that. So, what's gonna happen to us now? Oh, hold on. I already talked to him and was in here. Why do I keep going to this classroom? I don't know. My brain's doing weird things again. Oh yeah, I've got to make dinner for my family, so I'm gonna have to go again soon, but I don't have to yet. I'll at least, like, finish off this free time. And I'm hoping to not spend too long there either, but I may. I'm just happy that my last break was only 30 minutes. I'm gonna have to slowly decrease the break time, is what I'm gonna have to do, I think. And I think eventually they'll be pretty short, but still probably pretty frequent in order to not overwhelm myself, which is easy with my level of autism, to just basically overstimulate myself by continuing to play video games constantly. So I'm gonna probably have to eventually get into a habit of doing more frequent, shorter breaks, instead of those gigantic 1 hour or 30 minute or whatever ones. So yeah, like every maybe even 30 minutes or something, eventually. Just to keep them 5 or 10 minutes or some shit, hopefully. But anyway. Hi, Takumi. Want to hear my latest review of the food here? Sure. I mean, yeah, he is a cook, so I guess it makes sense that he has very good, well, I don't know about good, but very developed opinions on food. The food that comes out of Rationomatic is real good, but it just doesn't do it for me. And let me tell you why. I think he likes cooking. It makes sense. I like cooking, too. Part of why I want to make sure I make dinner for us. For my family. I make dinner for my parents. And myself. Generally. Because I've gotten better at cooking recently, just because it's something to do, and I'm going to need to cook for myself eventually anyway. And I like it a lot, actually. Anyway. Well, hold on. I gave myself social studies. I want to make sure I get linguistics if I can this time. So you know what I'm actually going to do? I'm going to see if anyone's available that has linguistics. And if not this time, then I'll just keep waiting for that eventually. And then make sure that I give that person a gift. Or, you know, oh, wait, I think that's linguistics, I think. Pretty sure that's the same, pretty sure that's the same, like, symbol. Let me make sure. I think I can look. I think they're on the report card. Yeah, literacy, creativity. So, yes. Okay, Shoma gives that. So, if I give Shoma a gift, I think he will also give me that. And I think he'll give more. Because generally the gifts give the most than just hanging out with the person. Because you're using your resources to do that. So, if I have the ability to give him a gift, I think he'd like. I might actually have to give him the trash can. I don't know if I've done that yet. I don't want to do that, but I know he'd like that because he wants to be in it, because I want to hug that man. Because he's so convinced he belongs in it, but I just really hate that that works on him. Or that it surely does. But that might not be available. Also, anything to do with dogs will probably work for him. Sexy magazine, that's for you. And also kind of me, honestly, Dinosaur. Honestly. Anyway, book cover would, I don't think, be for him. It would be for Ato, I think. No, I think so. Anything like to do with dogs? Okay, I might just hang out with him, because I don't think anything that I can make right now. I could also... Well, we have quite a few days left. We'll see. Oh, cool. Turtle. Are these actual nature photos? They look real. They might be, like, art, though. But it's really nice. I like it. The turtle has a big nose, though. I don't know if that's, like, a real turtle nose, or if this is AI or something, but... If that is a schnoz, let me tell you. Tweedle. Look at him. Very pretty. My brain went to this one level in Spyro 2 where you, like, rescue all these baby turtles. I really need to play Spyro on stream because that series is more my childhood than anything else. Actually, Crash might be more my childhood, but my favorite game series is Spyro. I just ended up playing more Crash because there were just more Crash games out on the PS1. But yeah. There's the whole trilogy and Crash Team Racing and Crash Bash, and I have very fond memories of all of those. But I played Spyro, the original Spyro trilogy, more. I love that series with my whole ass. It might be why I started obviously loving dragons as much as I do, at least partly. 100% Spyro Reignited. I will do that on stream. I only haven't because my ADHD is a bitch. And streaming it will help, so I certainly will do that on stream at some point. Oh? Characters from Spyro, perhaps? But yeah, now that I know you're autistic, it makes so much sense that you're all about 100% in games as much as you are. And the only reason I'm not is because my ADHD interferes with that, or I would also be that guy. Smash Pass, yeah, Shyvana from League of Legends. Oh, there's a lot of LoL characters I like. I don't think I remember her right now, though. I used to play LoL for a little bit until I realized how toxic that community is, and then I yeeted myself out of it. However, I love a lot of the characters, like, off the top of my head, Katarina. But I don't remember her right now, so let me look her up. Oh yeah, also, I've seen Arcane and Vi, holy fucking shit. Also, I forget her name, but blue-haired girl as well. Her girlfriend. Like, you cannot tell me that she's not her girlfriend. In fact, I think she's canonically absolutely her girlfriend in Season 2, but it's more ambiguous in Season 1. I've only seen Season 1. But yeah. Oh yeah, Jinx too. But I was talking about the other girl. The sniper lady. Why do I forget her name? But yeah, yeah, League of Legends. Shyvana. But yes, I like Jinx too, because I like crazy women. There's even a blue-haired crazy girl in this game who reminds me a lot of Jinx, and that's Darmy, which is funny. Because they're both insane because they've been tortured by people, so that's great. Well, yeah, hello, ma'am. Oh, yeah. When I said dragon, that's what... Yes, of course, I love her. I don't know why I forgot Shyvana existed, because holy shit, yes. Badassery, abs, hot, gib, please. Like, just absolute... She will destroy you is the type of woman that I really like, which is part of why I like... part of why I like Hiruko so much, because of her, like, badass aura. And the way she stares into your soul angrily and shit. Anyway, or at least, like, with an intensity. Like, kind of an aggression sort of a thing. Anyway, What do... Oh yeah, I was just gonna hang out with Shoma. And probably not read his dialogue because it makes me uncomfortable. But, thank you, Shoma, because you're being helpful right now. Literally, your presence is helping me out right now, by itself, regardless of everything else. Where is he? There he is. Because you're gonna help me get some stats, so you're fine, damn it. Not that you're gonna believe that, but you're fine. Shoma, what are you doing here? Digging a hole. I wanted to look for creatures in the dirt. Yeah, I can't find any animals around school, but I haven't checked in the dirt. Oh yeah, he loves animals. That makes sense. I mean, aren't there, like, butterflies around here? I thought maybe there might be worms or ants in here. Because aren't those, like, blue shiny things like butterflies? And before, they're the actual Persona butterflies. And this is a weird frickin' collab with Atlas that's, like, secret. No, surely not. But I thought maybe there might be worms or ants in here. Why are you going... What are you going to do with worms? Isn't obvious. I'll catch them and keep them as pets. I love Shoma. He's great. I just want to have a pet to take care of, no matter what it is. I can't stand living without an animal by my side. Ah, he's based for that. Because I love cats with all my being. This guy doesn't just like animals, he lives for them. It makes sense, because he's basically said that his dog is the only, like, living being that ever cared much about him, so of course he's like that. I want to hug him. Before I knew it, the sun was sinking beneath the western horizon. The night of day 9. This is when Hiruko promised to answer all of my questions. There's no fucking way she's alive. Or here. It's one or the other. Oh, never mind. Watch her not, but... This was something I hadn't expected. Hiruko looked different. It was her eyes. They were usually so sharp and cold, never betraying the slightest hint of weakness, but now they were filled with tears. Big wet tears that ran all the way down her face. I didn't understand. Why the sudden change? What was going on? This was so far removed from what I'd come to expect from her, my brain just couldn't process it. It felt like I should say something, but I couldn't find the words. What do I do? What should I say? What can I say? The normal thing to do in this situation would be to say something comforting, something considerate. But in my confused state of mind, all I could come out with was something totally meaningless.
Are you...
Yeah, because it's really amazing. It's really kind of... You're not expecting it for her, but I think she's just hiding all this pain constantly. That's been obvious to me, for sure. Hiruko took off her glasses and wiped her eyes. She took several deep breaths before answering.
No.
You definitely are, though. Did something happen?
A lot of things happened over a lot of timelines, surely. I think this is probably very inferable to Takumi here, but, you know, our protagonist has to be stupid. It's just like a rule of these games. Did something happen?
Something.
A lot of shit.
Like, you know, something sad or painful or...
A lot of those, surely.
No. Not really.
You know what she said? It's in a... Yes, but in a different timeline is what she means. I guarantee you that.
So then, why are you...
She's not gonna tell you.
Do you have to be so dense? I told you, I'm not crying. And if I was, it would be incredibly insensitive of you to keep pestering me about it.
I think she knows what's going to happen, and that it really sucks.
Even middle school kids have enough delicacy not to walk up to a crying person and ask, "Are you crying?"
She had me there. I didn't want to say anything that might make this worse, so I just climbed up.
Did you hear about the Revivomatic? It was damaged pretty badly. Sire and Nigo have made some repairs, so we should be alright. We can at least revive each other again.
Okay.
But it's not completely fixed yet. They said one part of it is still badly damaged.
One part of it. That's important. So that it does more than just revive them.
The way they light up the night like this. They're really quite beautiful.
Ari, oh yes, I love her. She's great. I love the, like, the whole, like, seductive fox spirit lady thing in general, so yes.
Yes, the same flames that will raise this world to the ground in another 90 days. What are you doing here, anyway?
She...
Do you really have to ask? It's the night of day 9. You promised to tell me everything if I made it this far. I've done everything you asked. Followed all your instructions without question. So now it's your turn. It's time for you to keep your promise.
Smell that somewhere recently, but I couldn't quite place it. I think it's because it's in another timeline, or Was it scent lavender?
No. It's not over yet.
Why not?
My instruction. I have one last order for you to carry out.
What is it?
Kiss me.
Excuse me, ma'am. Yes. Holy shit, yes. So she likes him. Which is really surprising, but also not, if you really think about all of her behavior. And I think she came to like him over loops and loops and loops and loops of having to deal with him. Because she's definitely time traveled more than we have canonically here. Or at least... But yeah, no. I think she might have time traveled so much that it's way more than 100 routes, I think. Maybe. That would make sense for whenever the actual shit this happens. That's what I'm guessing. But I was like... The thing is that I honestly looked up a guide to make sure I was going down the romance route. Because I realized there was a romance route. And I heard of it somewhere. I don't remember where. But then I was like, I have to go down that first. Especially because it's the first one I'm going to do before I take a long break. And listen, these games don't have canonical romance. These games do not have the ability for you to go out of your way to romance characters. Just sometimes love interests just kind of happen over the course of several games in these games. So I'm like, yes, please give me that. So, like, allowing me to kiss her in this is really great. But I'm just afraid that, like... Okay, so I know how this route works. It starts by you kissing Hiruko. But then the next choices are literally whether you want to get with 3 different girls. So she's going to die after this, I think. Or she's going to disappear. And I think it's because she knows what's going to happen? Wait a fucking minute. Is it because she knows that this route ends up, like, with those 3 girls getting a crush on him? And, like, she doesn't want to take that away from them? Or she knows that in this route she doesn't have a chance with him? Is that why she wants to kiss him? And then maybe go kill herself? No. Yes, maybe. Oh my god, really? Is that fucking why she said why? No, I'm speculating way too much. I'm going to try to speculate less, because her reasons are going to be way beyond me for a lot of routes, surely. But yeah, interesting. I wasn't expecting this, but I'm really happy this is a thing.
Huh?
Yeah, who would not react like that? Such an Ice Queen randomly being romantic all of a sudden. Like, that forward about it, too. Although she's forward about everything. But yeah. No, it couldn't be a joke. She doesn't joke. You know this, dude. She's, like, not capable of not being serious. It sounds like you're going insane, not that you're going to speculate less. Yeah, you're right. I mean, that's always what these games do to me, but that's part of what I like about them, is that they make you speculate, or it makes it easier to speculate forever. And I like going insane in this specific way, so you're right. Like, I don't want to speculate so much because I don't want to sit here and ramble instead of play the game and get the actual answers, but I keep doing that anyway. And I'll be honest, I enjoy doing that, but I always feel like I waste too much time doing it. So I don't know, but yeah. Which tank in Rampa death hit you hardest? The easy, instant one is Sakura, because I love her and also the way she died. And yeah, it's just instantly like Sakura, duh. Like, the next one for some reason is Nekomaru, because of, again, the way he died, and that I like him a lot too. But yeah. You failed to uphold your end by refusing to carry out my orders. I have to tell you a thing. I can imagine her using that excuse to call the whole thing off. This girl was an evil genius. Although, what if it wasn't Joker? I don't think it is. I don't fucking know why she likes you, but I think she really does. So, My palms were sweating, knees weak, arms spaghetti. I had to. Like, it was right there. Anyway, my throat was dry. I needed to decide how to deal with this, and fast. I have to not even be close to the only content creator that has made that joke. I almost guarantee you Nico B's gonna make that joke, because he's made that joke about other similar lines in other games. And I don't even listen to rap like that. That song is just like a gigantic meme. I couldn't just stand there like a statue all night. I don't understand. How did it come to this? What am I supposed to do? There's no time to think about it. I just have to make a choice. What do I do here? Well, me not kissing Hiruko would make everyone question if I was actually the one playing this game, or if I was somehow an imposter and I did something to the real Durg. So obviously, yeah? Especially because I know this is what actually starts the romance route, which includes Kiyoshika, so I had to do this route for two distinct... Literally both of my favorite characters are romanceable in some form here. So, yes. Literally both of my favorite characters in the same route, so I had to do this one first. It just called to me. Shameful is the man who spurns a woman's invitation. I agree. Well, not exactly. I was just trying to mess with Hiruko. I would bring my face ever so slightly near her, making her believe I was serious. Then when she panicked, I'd tell her it was all just a joke. No, she will close that gap. She's assertive about everything. Please fucking do it, game. I will frickin'... That was the plan anyway. But this is why you should stick to what you know, because before I could even lean in closer, it was like she sensed something was up.
You idiot! What's the matter with you?
Hey!
Who's the real idiot here? Takumi shoved me by the shoulders and I plummeted headfirst off the edge of the roof. Oh no, what? Excuse me? Excuse me, what? I dream about kissing. Not Hiruko, not Karo, or even Nozomi? Tarara. Oh my god. This is why... Wait, what the fuck? I was expecting this. This game would do something like this, though. I think you do get to kiss Hiruko. In fact, I know you do. I know you do because I've been reading too much Reddit because I don't really care about spoilers. I've never really cared much about them. And basically, there was mentions of there are several Hiruko kisses. So I'm okay with this. And this game would do this. But anyway. But why? For some reason, I felt this sense of guilt. Guilt? Toward who? I may have missed your response, but Kiriko from Overwatch? Ooh, oh, right, no, I didn't say. Absolutely. Oh, yeah, speaking of Overwatch, let me think. Oh, Widowmaker is the dullest duh that's ever dud. I think that's probably inferable for me at this point. Let me think. Who else? I read, like, Zoria, I think? I haven't played that game enough to really remember. For a while, anyway. I used to play a good chunk of it, but... I might even go back to Overwatch 2, but, like, Marvel Rivals is way better. It goddamn the cake on that they made, like, every single freaking female character have in that game. The asses in that game, but it's just a way better same type of game. Also, I'll probably play it on stream here and there when I feel like I'm not complete ass at it. We'll see. I would like to occasionally, like, at least, every now and then do some, like, ranked matches when I'm just generally better at the game. Because I'm gold right now, but I want to be like one of those people that just ends up around the higher levels eventually and then start streaming it. That's my plan. So, yeah. Huh? Why am I sleeping? I opened my eyes and saw a familiar ceiling. ceiling of my room inside Last Defense Academy. But why was I sleeping? Hiruko died, I think. I think what happened is she wanted that, but she swore that she wouldn't do it so that she wouldn't have to tell him. I think he did know that, right? But, why was I sleeping? I find that interesting. All I remember is that I made up my mind to live all 100 days here again. I remember stopping Gator from killing Sirei. I remember deciding to tell everyone about the time travel. He forgot about Hiruko. Did she know that he would forget about her if she did that? Is that why she did that? She killed him. That's really interesting. And then she revived him. Wait, is the function that is missing like a memory restoring function? I bet it is. And that's why this route turns into romancing those three and not her. And either she's gone or she'll just act like she doesn't know him. Or didn't, none of that happened, I mean. So yeah, that's real interesting. I really do think that she never intended, because it's too painful for her, or she thinks that he will do something bad with that information, or I have no fucking idea. Real interesting. It all gets blurry. How'd I get back to my room? Oh, Takumi, you're finally awake! Moko, couldn't you at least ring the door? Wait, what are you doing here? Duh, I'm here to eat you. Just jokes. You've been taking shifts to look after you. Then it just happens to be my turn. Look after me. Is something wrong with me? Yeah, you were in a coma, my dude friend. It's day 24. Oh, Jesus Christ, you were in a hell of one. These routes would go faster, though. That makes sense. More importantly, you should still be at second to last Defense Academy. Yeah, no, she... Yeah, he doesn't remember a lot of this route. Interesting. If I said the wrong thing, I might accidentally reveal that I traveled through time. Oh, wait. This also might just be a different freaking timeline, because he died in the other one. I'm still not sure how that works, but I also think that if each time that he makes such choice, it splits the timeline, or at least if this works anything like Zero Escape, which I have a feeling it works at least a little bit like Zero Escape in some ways, then that is definitely what happens. But yeah, I might accidentally reveal that I've traveled through time. Moko must have sensed something was off from my behavior. Excuse me, do you have any idea what day it is today? Huh? What day? Last memory I have is of day 3. Oh, Jesus Christ. That is some amnesia, my dude friend. Except, well, a lot of amnesia is more long-term than that in stories, so... Like, then, you know, less than a month. But, yeah. Date 4? I see. You were out for 20... You forgot a lot. Because he got knocked out on day 9, yeah. Well, as long as you're alive, well, that's all that matters. Well, do you at least get general idea now? Yeah, I think I'm good. Hiruko and I fell off the roof on day 9, and I lost consciousness until today, day 24. Right? Yeah, that's about the size of it. How about you, Hiruko? Fuck you for doing that, for literally killing me instead of telling me shit. But she really doesn't want him to know, because I don't think she thought he would survive because of what she remembers. So she just wanted his cooperation until he died because she thought he was going to? That's all I'm speculating on. But she thinks that he shouldn't know this for whatever the fuck reason. Whatever she knows. So, Well, I'm a little confused, but I believe I understand. Wait, did she actually lose her memory too? Did she fall with me and lose her memory? Or is she just pretending? Because she's smart enough to pretend, right? After waking up, Moko brought me to the cafeteria where everyone was gathered. They explained everything that happened to me and Hiruko. Let's see if I have this right. On the evening day 9, Hiruko and I fell off from the roof and died. Our bodies were found and immediately brought to the Revival-matic for resurrection, but the machine bugged out and I was brought back with an incomplete memory. And her too! Oh, okay. That's why my memory stopped suddenly. Hiruko didn't remember anything past day 3 either. Okay, that's actually great. Because I was not ready for the awkwardness of... So she literally got so embarrassed that I was actually fucking doing that. That she killed us both. On accident. That's funny. I feel like that's literally all that happened too. In other words, how we fell off the roof and what exactly happened to us was as much as a mystery to her as it was to me. Maybe the two of you shacked up from the days you were missing and threw yourself off the roof in a lover's suicide. Of course Darumi would come up with some shit like that. Come on, we never do that. And I think Hiruko actually believed that. And I think that's why she said... I really do think she didn't think that he would actually go through with it. But that she does like him. She probably denies it, though. That's what I think. Come on, we never do that. And she's just being hyper tsundere about it. So she had a tsundere moment so hard that she ended up killing them both. Which is very funny and definitely something these two writers would write. It's so nonsensical that it's not even worth refuting. Anyway, Takumi, do you really not remember? I told you, everything after the middle of day 3 is gone. Why do you keep asking anyway? She does. No, I don't remember. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Asking that and then saying that is real sus. Like that one gif that you showed me where a bunch of people's heads pop up. And it's Simpsons characters, but it starts to get other characters. That's how I feel right now about what you just said. Nah, you remember something, I think. Maybe. We'll see. That's why I'm asking you, so I can find out what happened. Wouldn't it be interesting if one of you was like, man, if the game keeps telling me, I think she does remember something. Come on, take off your tinfoil hat. No, these games literally make you put the fucker on. I will never take it off. That's part of the fun of these games, is theorizing. I can assure you that both of them are telling the truth. Okay. I fucking hope so. How can you be so sure? Because the problem with the Revive-O-Matic. Okay. I'm gonna take his word for it, but that was real sus. When we brought Sumino and Shizuhara back, the most recent available backup was from the afternoon of day 3. Okay. So that is the part that's broken. I wonder if she knew that, and maybe that's why she did it, because she didn't want either of them to remember that. In that moment, at least. Was that really her plan? No, I don't feel like it was. It felt so sudden. And she seemed so legitimately caught off guard. So, So their lack of memory is scientifically proven. There's absolutely no chance one of them is lying or keeping the truth to themselves. Except, well, I am keeping a truth about something else to myself, but, you know. But that doesn't make sense. If we got together with you guys on day 4, didn't we? So shouldn't their memory have cut off before the team introduced ourselves? How did Takumi know I was when he woke up? Well, it was because of my memory of the previous 100 days, but I couldn't come out and say that. Then I wouldn't tell everyone about their time travel. I just conveniently remembered the people after that, but not anything else. There you go. That's a good point. Maybe there's some memory fragments still lingering in my brain hole. Well, that's fair enough. Anyway, looks like we're not gonna have any fun mystery here. What a total drag. You can continue fantasizing about it all you want, Darumi, and you will, I think. So have fun with that, I guess. You crazy bitch. I'm gonna BRB, and I might not be right back, to be honest, because I'm gonna make dinner, and that might take a little while. Especially because what I'm planning is not that short of a process, but I'm hoping it'll be less than an hour, but I don't guarantee that. But I intend to be back tonight, before 2 or 3 or more hours or something like that. So, but either way, I'll be back when I'm back, and yeah. I could just end the stream until then, but I don't know. Restarting the streams, I don't know. I don't have, if I'm gone for over an hour, I don't know. Before I go, I could just end the stream. I might do that, because I'm not sucking up my internet if I'm doing that. And I could actually let my computer rest. Yeah, no, I'll do that and then just come back when I'm back. I'll do that. But hello. That's cute. Romantic. I like it. Anywho, I will see you later in a few hours.